Hello everyone and welcome to week 4. Before we begin our lecture, I'm going to tell you some really important information. Recently, the university has announced that all midterm exams are canceled. What does that mean? We will not have an offline or online midterm exam. Instead, we will have a regular class. The midterm exam points are going to be reorganized so that you don't lose any points in your final grade. How will we reorganize the points? On your syllabus, we originally planned our points like this. The midterm exam was supposed to be worth 20%. Now that it is canceled, we are going to split the points and then move them into different parts of our class. So half, 10%, will move into the final exam. The other 10% will move into your assignments. Now, the new grade breakdown looks like this. The final exam is now 40%, and your assignments are now 30%. Let's look at your assignments more closely. In our original syllabus, each assignment had a different grade value: 3%, 3%, 6%, and 8%. Now, take a look at the new assignment value. We have increased the points for each assignment to make up for the lack of the midterm. Now, both tests are each 5%, and each assignment is 10%. In total, the assignments will be 30%. If you have any questions, please email me and include your name and student number. All right, now that this announcement is finished, let's move on to our class lecture. For today's lecture, we are not going to look at your textbook. Instead, we're going to talk about your first assignment, assignment number 1, which is planning a conference. Imagine that you work for a big international company. Your company has asked you to plan a conference. Now you must present your proposal to the board of directors. Imagine this is you. You're going to make a PowerPoint to explain what you planned and why, and you're going to explain your reasons to the board. So, let's take a look at this assignment a little more closely. First, what is a conference? You need to plan a conference, but what is it and what should we do? There are two main kinds of conference that I want you to focus on for this assignment. You can choose the one that you think is more interesting to you. The first type is a business conference. A business conference is a meeting of people who work in the same company or many companies in the same industry. This is a good time for them to discuss new trends and opportunities in their business. That can include things like sharing market research, exploring new technology, launching a new product, taking the time for brand promotion, getting to know many people, and making your brand more popular. We can meet experts who can teach us new things. And, of course, networking is always important. Finding new business partners and meeting people and getting their contact information. The second type of conference that you can think about for this project is a trade conference. You might know some popular trade conferences, like this one in the photo. This is E3, a really big gaming conference. A trade conference is a much bigger event. This includes many big businesses, but also members of the public are invited to come and see all of the amazing products and learn about new events. This is a networking opportunity for vendors and for consumers as well. There's a lot more publicity for these types of events, and a lot of fans are very interested to learn about certain industries. So, which one do you think is more interesting to you? Think about the kind of conference you want to plan. If you go on YSEC, you will find this document. It is an outline of everything you need for this assignment. It will have your course code and your time, so it might change depending on your class. And then it explains everything that you need to earn a good score on this assignment. So please look at it on YSEC. You'll also notice that it includes a grading rubric. This is a sort of plan that I will use to decide how to give you a grade on this assignment. Now let's talk about the business conference. Here you have an example of an advertisement for a fake business conference. We want to plan something kind of like this. You're going to work in pairs, and if you go on YSEC, you will find a group with your name and your partner together, just like we did in a previous activity. You have 1 whole week to complete the assignment. It must be submitted before the beginning of our next class. So exactly 1 week, and you can start right now. This assignment will be worth 10%. Now, when we plan a conference, we need to include these 6 details, and these details are included in the outline. Number 1, information about the participants. Number 2, the conference goals. Number 3, your budget. Number 4, the time and date. Number 5, the location. And finally, number 6, some scheduled events. If you look on YSEC, I've included a brochure from a real business conference. If you look at it, it's really interesting. They include all of this information that you need. Who will be there? What are they planning to do? How much does it cost? Where will it be? You'll find all of that information in this example, and it's a really valuable resource for you. So please look on YSEC. Also in YSEC, you will find a list of countries and companies. When you plan your conference, I want you to pick 1 company and 1 country. This will be the company that you work for. So for example, this student is an Amazon employee, and they are going to a conference in Kenya. If you work in Amazon, maybe the goals of your conference will be different than if you worked for BMW, for example. Maybe you want to explore social media marketing, you want to explore your app development. It could be something very specific to your industry. Multiple teams can choose the same country or company, so feel free to choose anything that you want. In your presentation, when you talk about your participants, I want you to think about these questions. Which company do you work for? Give me an explanation of your company and their industry, and then also tell me how many participants do you think will join the conference? Next, when we think about our conference goals, we should focus on 1 and make that the main focus of our conference. Like we said before, our conference goals can include any of these things: market research, new technology, brand promotion, meeting experts. For example, on the bottom, this person has decided that their conference goal is to learn how to optimize social media marketing. Choose 1 topic to really help you focus your presentation. Next, your budget, time and date, and location. You might recognize this assignment from one of our previous participation tasks. So if you look in your textbook on page 58 and 59, remember we looked at these different hotels. You can use this as a guideline for your assignment presentation. So please look at page 58 and 59. Okay, they give you a good idea of how they've outlined their plan and their location and their budget. This is very useful. Okay, next. When we talk about scheduled events, there are many different kinds of events that you can include. For example, training workshops, maybe a guest speaker or a celebrity speaker, a product launch, cocktails or dinner events, and group entertainment. If you look at the conference brochure, the real conference that I uploaded, you will see that they have a schedule with all kinds of events. For example, they have a course, they have a meeting and training, they have a breakfast event, very interesting stuff. So please take a look at this PDF file. You can also look at Unit 6, Entertaining, for some ideas about how to make an interesting event and make sure everyone is very stimulated at your conference. Now, how should we put together our presentation? Your presentation should be a PowerPoint with a voice over. You don't need to include a video like I do in my lectures. If you want, that's okay. But the minimum is a voice, okay? Then please say your name. If I can't see your face, then I don't know who is talking. So when you begin your narration, please say, thank you and welcome to my presentation. My name is Minji and today I'm going to talk to you about our budget. Okay, please say your name so that I know who I should give points to. Now, how do we add a voice to a PowerPoint? My PowerPoint is in English, so maybe your version is a little different. I am also using a MacBook, so it might be a little different, but it's very easy. First, we insert, and then we choose an audio file. I suggest that you have one audio file, a different file for each slide. That way, we can listen to you talk about the topic on this page. Then on the next page, we start listening to the next audio. Both students should speak in this presentation. It should be equal. And each student should speak at least 90 seconds and a maximum of 3 minutes. So the maximum total is 6 minutes. If your presentation is too short, you can also lose some points. So, how should we present our conference proposal? This is a sample PowerPoint that I made, and you can find it on YSEC. It's something just very simple and very clear. We have 6 details that we need to talk about in our assignment. I think it would be pretty easy if we divide the work among the 2 students. Maybe one student will do the first half and the second student will talk about the second half. If you talk about each section for 1 minute, then you have the perfect amount of speaking time. 3 minutes and 3 minutes is 6 minutes in total. I think that's perfect. Now, how do you submit your PowerPoint? Please post it to YSEC in your group forum. Please don't send it to me by email because I will have many emails from different classes and they will get mixed together. So please post it to YSEC and I will leave the forum open all week. If you have questions about the project, you can always send me an email, but please remember to include your name, student ID, and course code because sometimes it is confusing if I don't know which course you're in. Okay, so my two business classes that I'm teaching right now are these reading and economics and then our business English class. So please include your course code. All right, that's the end for today's lecture video. Very short because I want to give you time to work on your assignment. So please go to YSEC, look for your group forum, and begin talking to your partner. If your partner is not responding, please email me and we'll find a solution. Please, please respond to your partners. Don't let them down, okay? Good luck, everyone, and I hope you enjoy a good week.